Dara, you nerds. One sec. If you guys didn't notice, I just came back from like a big cry session. So, yeah, yeah. My glasses are dirty as fuck because of it too. So, for those of you who don't know, the CEO of Nintendo, actually, Iwata, he actually died today. I think it was a bile tumor. I mean, there are other people who have made videos on it, you know, talk about how they feel about it, and I thought I'd do the same, pretty much. I mean, I don't really talk about my childhood, to be honest. Most people, everybody has a story about their childhood. I mean, I guess I do too, but I just choose to ignore it most of the time. I mean, sorry, Skype's on. I can't even see because my glasses are so dirty. I'm sorry. I mean, most of you probably don't know this, but I'm more sensitive. I'm more of a sensitive person than you. I may let on. Most people probably think, I'm just Durka, like, I'm chill. Don't really make a big deal out of things, but sorry, like I wanted to start making this video after I gushed out everything. So sorry, my eyes are red and my face is a mess, but it's like almost 1 a.m. here. But I just needed to talk about it. Like, if I didn't start talking about it, I'd probably just start crying about it again. So Satoru Iwata, the man, the CEO, a myth and a legend. He was the CEO of Nintendo ever since the GameCube. Most of you probably won't know this, but my first console was actually the GameCube. I mean, I'd play on my friend's Nintendo 64 and NES, but the first console I ever owned was my GameCube, and I bought actually the bundle. It was a bundle that came with Mario Kart Double Dash, and I don't know if I want to say I had a tough childhood growing up, but I definitely had a stressed childhood growing up. A lot of expectations, a lot of stuff that that I had to, either I gave to myself or I was given, because of those other expectations. Sorry, I can't really breathe through my nose right now. But really, like, even with all those expectations and everything, having the GameCube, and I also had a Game Boy Advance afterwards, it really did help. It really did help. Helped me get through, the day-to-day stress. When I was a child, my parents would not let off on extra classes, extra whatever. It was a very hectic childhood. Like, some may say that, if I didn't have my GameCube or Game Boy Advance, I wouldn't have experienced a normal childhood at all. It'd just be a lot of studying. I should really have tissues near me. But I wouldn't have had a normal childhood at all. And Iwata is the one who oversaw the GameCube, oversaw those games, those Mario Kart Double Dash, Super Mario Sunshine, Pokemon XD, and Pokemon Coliseum. Those are some of my favorite games I used to play on the GameCube. And I really don't know if I could have made it this far without being who I am, maintaining who I am without those. Those games gave me an outlet. If you guys don't know, I'm a guy who keeps things in a lot. I don't really like talking about stuff, so like I'd play video games, I'd do other stuff to get my mind off of it. Like, you can ask my friends too. Like, if I'm not feeling that good, I'll just do something else, take my mind off it. I'll talk to people on a call. I'm usually good about hiding it, if anything. If I feel, I'll let on that I'm a little down, but I won't say that I'm like really depressed or really sad or anything. So it's because of Iwata and the games that he oversaw, some that he even helped make, that I was able to cope and make it through the day. I mean, some of you guys, the next generation, they won't remember Iwata, but it's our job as those who lived with him during his time as CEO. It's our job to remember him. So I know this video is gonna be really hard for you guys to watch, and I apologize because I'm probably like not making the most sense, and I'm not really cohesive right now. Really saying a lot just to not start crying again. I was like crying, you know, like fucking making noises while crying. My parents didn't wake up, so really, thank you, Iwata. I mean, oh shit, I'm sorry. Nintendo Directs won't be the same. Nintendo anything won't be the same. He was. I never knew the guy. It wasn't like I was his best friend or anything. You don't need to know a person to have and then make a profound impact in your life, though, which is what Iwata did to me. He had a very profound impact on my life. As I said, I wouldn't have gotten. I don't know. I might have collapsed under a lot of pressure beforehand if it wasn't for my Nintendo games. Pokemon was such an outlet for me growing up. I started the gold version. Ever since then, I was hooked. I'd play every generation. I even went back and played yellow and even red version. Those games really did mean a lot to me. Pokemon meant so much to me. It still means a lot to me. Hell, I have a channel that's pretty much based around it right now. So, I mean, that's not it though. I mean, Kirby, I love Kirby. I love Kirby. It's one of my favorite games. It was fun. It's good. I know it was made by Sakurai, but Sakurai, Shigeru Miyamoto, and Iwata, they're all the legends of Nintendo right now. They're the three legends, pretty much, in my opinion. So, you know, he's only 55. I mean, some of you might say, yeah, he's in a better place now. Some of my friends even said, you know, he was going through a lot of pain. He'll be happier where he is, but I'm a selfish person. I don't want to. When it's time comes, you know, so everything. Shit. You guys can call me a bitch. You can call me whatever you want in the comments, but I thought this was necessary. I'm gonna do what Sky did, Sky Williams. I also watched my friend Noel Skyward Wings video on it. This video's not gonna be monetized. I'm just gonna upload it because I really just need to talk. I really just need to talk because if I didn't, I'd be crying right now. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, I was talking a lot about it on there. Like in the beginning, it didn't really sink in. It sank in like maybe a couple hours ago that this man had a really, he really affected my childhood. Like, you might call us the gaming generation, and you probably are right. We are the gaming generation, and that's why he leaves such an impact. Like, I didn't cry when Steve Jobs died. He didn't affect my life. Like, crying over someone's death means that they had a big part in your being, your existence, and Iwata really did. Without him, who knows? We might not have gotten those games that I played, those GameCube games, those Wii U games. Iwata was an innovator. He took pay cuts because he wanted to innovate with the Nintendo. He wanted to be different. He didn't want to copy Xbox and their drive to beat Sony or be the best graphics. And then Sony, who's just like, hey, we are the storyline shit thing. Yeah, I'm taking some stuff from Sky Williams, but his video really is the reason why I'm making this video, why it sunk into me so deep. I saw him in his video, I'm just like, I can't do this. And afterwards, I started listening to one of my favorite songs from the Pokemon games, and you know, Iwata was the CEO during Pokemon Black and White. It's Unwavering Emotions. It's actually End's theme song. It's a very sad song. I'm actually probably going to be playing it as the background music for this video, so if you guys, you know, want to like listen to it, it'll be there. I think I'm starting to calm down a little bit now, so yeah, I really did need to tell you guys, you know, just talk to you about this, talk to YouTube in general. Talking to one person one-on-one, I just start like yelling probably because they're like, it's okay, and I'm like, it's not okay. It really fucking isn't okay. I get, you know, he was in a tough place. I get he had a tumor. I just wish it didn't happen. Like, There's so many people in the world. The one that had such a big impact on my life is the one who passed away first. 55 years old. Think about it. Think about it. 55 years old. That's nothing. That really is nothing. It's really, in the grand scheme of things, this the year 2015. What's 55 years in 2015? Will there be someone to take Iwata's place? Yes. Will I ever see them as worthy of being in Iwata's place? Probably not. He's Nintendo, as I said, Nintendo Directs. They were really just, Iwata made them. The CEO of a company was giving out updates. He went out of his way, out of his busy schedule to do this. Like, that really meant a lot to me. The way he cut his salary, like, it made him human. He didn't seem like those corporate, like, you know, people who are just like, oh, I'm trying to make as much money as I can. I'm gonna cut my employees' pay. He actually cut his own. Nintendo has a big hole now. It really does. I know right now the creator of Punch-Out, I believe his name is Takeda, and Miyamoto, you know, Mario creator pretty much. They're right now taking over until they find a suitable replacement. I don't know if there is a replacement, to be honest. I've never heard of anybody else who would have enough experience or anything. The main people who come to my mind are people like Sakurai, but like I don't think Sakurai would take it. He's a developer. He's a game dev. He likes making his games. If he becomes a CEO, he loses out on that. Same thing goes for Miyamoto. He loses out on that. I doubt they're gonna bring in like someone like Reggie. I mean, Reggie's great, but you know, he's an American. You know, I feel like Nintendo will keep its Japanese, you know, company. It's a Japanese company, and if they have an American, you know, head, it's just like, you know, people might complain. I don't know. I personally don't know. But Iwata, thank you for overseeing all these games that came out during your reign as CEO of Nintendo. So, you know, your legacy, just, I'll never forget it. I never will. I'm doing this fucking, I'm pretty much half blind right now because I don't have my glasses on because they're super dirty, and I didn't want to have you guys see that. I mean, I put my glasses on in the first place, so you want to see my red eyes. But I think they're coming back. We're good now. We're good now. I think I'm okay now. So if you Dirks listen to this long, I appreciate it. I really do. It means a lot. You know, I'm just gonna entitle this "Thank You, Iwata." Your legacy really meant a lot to me, man. I wish I knew you personally. I really do. I wish I had met you in person once, but alas, now I never will get the chance. So, you know, regrets, really. I mean, I probably could have gone, but yeah. I know that, like, I started this video off saying that, you know, my childhood isn't, like, you know, as good as I might say it is, and I still didn't really say much about it because, like, I don't know. I'm not trying to be a pity case here. I'm just trying to explain to you guys that this really means a lot to me. This sad story. Like, I don't want you guys to think that I'm doing this just because, like, you know, that everybody had an impact of Iwata. You know, everybody coped. You know, gaming for our generation, I feel a lot of people use it as an escape, as a way to cope with like what's going on around you. I personally did. I know a bunch of other people personally did. So I don't need to tell you the same thing over and over again. I mean, was I bullied when I was growing up? A little bit. I was like that middle kid. I wasn't super bullied, but I was bullied. And I was a kid who tried my best to fit in. So like I'd always have that like pent up, you know, stress. You know, I didn't want to be the guy without any friends, pretty much. So I do my best to not become that guy, and that would mean, you know, locking away a lot of stuff. And as a kid, you know, fitting in is, at least where I went to school, you know, fitting in is the difference between us, you know, being bullied and not being bullied. Since I was in that neutral ground, I really wasn't, you know, I could think of multiple times where I was put in the position where I had to be the bully to just, you know, fit in, pretty much, just to like, yeah. You know what? Let's talk about it a little bit. Pretty much until 7th grade, I had two really good friends. Everybody else was pretty much acquaintances. Actually, one really good friend. and now we're not even friends anymore after he moved. Yeah, he moved in like 2nd grade. So until 7th grade, I was there. I was, I was okay because I had my best friend, and he moved. I was on good terms with a lot of people, but I wasn't really like, good friends with them. I wouldn't go over their house to play or anything. So when he left, I lost my, companion pretty much. I mean, I gained some like, good friends, but nothing of that level ever until 7th grade. Because in 7th grade I actually moved. Yeah, I moved in the middle of 7th grade. If you guys didn't know that, so yeah, I mean, back in from like kindergarten to 7th grade, after he left in 2nd grade, I pretty much just like I was put under a lot more pressure, because I wasn't on really good terms with anybody. I just did my best to fit in. That's as I said before. So I put a pent up stress. I put a little wall around me pretty much, and I didn't have too many good friends. Then I moved in the middle of 7th grade. Yeah, my friends said bye. They were very sad. Do I keep in touch with anybody from my old school? No. None of them are my good friends. There's no reason to. Like none of them kept in touch with me. I didn't keep in touch with them. That's just how it is. There was one guy. He chilled a little bit, but even that ended. So, barring family, friends, kids, but like that's it. Now in my new school, I wanted to change. I wanted to be me. I wanted to not repress myself, and I did. And I made some really good friends. I have some really close friends now from my old school. They're really good people. All of them are different. All different types of people. Like, honestly, they're great. They're great. Some of them can be a little abrasive. Some of them can be a little mean. Some of them can be, but that's fine. Like, it's like a friendly mean, if you know what I'm saying. Like, we can joke with you. It's a joke. We can joke with each other. It's not bullying, because we both know it's a joke, and I'll just joke back at him and make fun of him. So yeah, after 7th grade, like, I pretty much started enjoying myself a little bit more. Maybe that's why I don't really talk about my childhood, because after 7th grade, it was pretty decent. It was pretty good. Really, it really was. Sure, were there some struggles after 7th grade? Of course. But after 7th grade, my life really took a turn for the better. Me being real, pretty much being myself, really did help. And I wanted to, even when times got hard, even after my life got better, I would play games a lot when I was in my old school, because I just wanted to, cope. I'm like, I didn't have that many friends, so it's like, let me just play this, because this is fun too, and I can spend this much time playing with a friend. I can play this. Like, that was my childhood, mentality. When I went to my new school, most of my friends were gamers, so now I had people to play with, so that was even better. We'd play a bunch of games. We'd play Mario Party, yeah. Mario Party was a big one, the game that ruins friendships, and those games wouldn't be possible. I don't want to say it wouldn't be possible. I felt like they would have been released differently if Iwata wasn't president. If he didn't have that final say, who knows? If somebody else was there, the person could have made it said no. Who knows? Maybe he wanted to change it, but I think it was perfect the way it is, and I want to thank Iwata for everything. He's the reason. He pretty much helped mold me into who I am today, and you know what? I like who I am today. So, yeah. Yeah, this has been Dirk or You Dirks. Thanks for watching all of it. If you watch all of this, I appreciate it a lot. I'm sorry if when I started crying in the middle of the video and shit, but like, I'm just getting my emotions out. So, yeah. This has been Dirk or You Dirks. I'll pray for Iwata, and peace.